Cristiano Ronaldo was at the peak of his career in Saudi Arabia, playing for Al Nasser. As he arrived at one of Riyadh's most luxurious hotels, he handed over the keys to his black Bugatti to the hotel valet. The valet was a young man. His name was Omar. He was 22 years old, from a poor family. Omar's eyes lingered on Ronaldo's hands. Shining Rolex, expensive clothes, a life of luxury, things he couldn't even dream of. But to Omar, Ronaldo was more than just a footballer. He had been his idol since childhood. Omar carefully got behind the wheel to park the car. Ronaldo glanced at the dashboard and suddenly froze. An old, worn-out photograph was tucked into the front panel. It showed a young Cristiano Ronaldo wearing a Sporting Lisbon jersey. Ronaldo, surprised, asked, "Where did you get this photo?" Omar smiled faintly. "This photo is where it all started for me. I was a poor kid. Your story always inspired me. But here I am. Life took a different turn." Ronaldo locked eyes with the young man. Those words brought back memories of his own childhood. As a kid, Ronaldo had grown up in poverty in Madeira. Living in a small home with his family, football had been his only escape. There were days when he went hungry, times when he had to take leftover food from restaurants. Now, in a different country and a different culture, he was standing in front of someone who had faced the same struggles. "Did you play football?" Ronaldo asked. Omar looked away, nodding. "Yeah, I used to be a good player when I was younger, but life is tough, you know? Football isn't just about talent. You need luck too, and I never had any." Ronaldo saw the pain in the young man's eyes. He recognized it. He had seen that same look in his own reflection years ago. Taking a deep breath, he reached into his jacket pocket and pulled something out, handing it to Omar. It was an Al Nasser training pass. "Come to training tomorrow," he said. "I want to see if you really have talent." Omar stared at the card in disbelief. Is this real?" Ronaldo smirked slightly. "Sometimes luck comes to you, but you have to be brave enough to take it." The next day, Omar stood on Al Nasser's training field. His heart was pounding as he stepped onto the grass, wearing his old, worn-out cleats. Cristiano Ronaldo stood on the sidelines, watching. This was Omar's test, perhaps the moment that would change his life forever. And as the ball rolled to his feet for the first time, everything started again. Omar gave his all during the training session. At first, he was nervous, but as time passed, his love for the game started to shine through. He was fast, had good ball control, and his game intelligence even surprised Ronaldo. At the end of the session, the head coach walked up to Ronaldo and gave a slight nod. "The kid has talent, but he might be too late to play at this level," he said. Omar's heart sank. For the first time in his life, he had a real shot at something big, only to lose it again. Ronaldo looked into the young man's eyes. He could see the desperation, the silent plea for a chance. And deep inside, a decision started forming. After a long pause, Ronaldo placed a firm hand on Omar's shoulder. "Football isn't just one on the field," he said. "A club like ours needs someone like you." Omar blinked. "What do you mean?" Ronaldo smiled. "Al Nasser needs someone to work with the youth academy, someone who understands struggle. Someone like you, who has a story to tell." Omar's eyes filled with tears. Maybe he wouldn't become a professional footballer, but he would still be part of the game. He would mentor young kids like him, who carried big dreams in their hearts. And so, that night, what started as a simple encounter in front of a luxury hotel ended up changing a life forever. Sometimes our dreams don't come true the way we imagine. But that doesn't mean they won't come true at all. Omar had a new story to write, not on the field, but in another corner of the football world.